Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Today we're celebrating the career of one of our favorite actresses here on TCM, Patricia Neal. She was a great friend of ours and somebody who early on made appearances on our behalf and gave us great credibility because she herself was held in such high regard. We'll always be grateful to Pat Neal for that and for being the very easy, kind person she was always to work with. Well, next in our 24-hour salute to Pat Neal, we have the movie that brought her the Academy Award as the Best Actress in 1963. The movie is HUD. It stars Paul Newman with potent performances, also given by Melvin Douglas and Brandon DeWilde. Now, at this point in Pat Neal's career, she thought the days of her being considered for an Oscar, much less ever winning one, were long gone. She'd made a big splash in Hollywood years earlier in the movie The Fountainhead with Gary Cooper. And during the making of that film, she and Cooper had fallen in love, which had ruffled many feathers in Hollywood since Cooper was a married man. Well, when her contract with Warner Brothers ended, Pat Neal left Hollywood. Some say she was run out of town. And from then on, parts came her way less often, and many of them were smaller parts. But all that changed with this movie, HUD. The man who directed it, Martin Ritt, thought Pat Neal was the perfect person to play the role of a somewhat shop-worn housekeeper named Alma. But at the time, there were several personal tragedies in Pat Neal's private life, and she didn't want to be away from her family for any length of time. So she turned down the part. But Ritt was so determined she'd play Alma, he worked out a plan so she could do several scenes in one bunch, then stay home for a period of time, then return and film more scenes, and so on. So Ritt got the actress he wanted, and soon after, Pat Neal won an Oscar, and not in the supporting actress category, where it really logically belonged, but in the upstairs Best Actress division. Bravo, Pat Neal. So from 1963, here's Pat Neal and a great cast in HUD.